Good morning. Crazy Chef Don here again, the conservative chef. My goal is to use the food I have and actually eat it, not throw it away. Now, there's some challenges in that in most of our lives. We have refrigerators and we have busy lives, so we fix some food, if we even do fix food. Or we might have leftovers from our favorite fast food place that's killing us. Or we might have actually cooked something. Holy Toledo, can you believe it? No, nobody does that. I cook. I love to cook. Okay, now listen. I'm going to make an omelet this morning, and the reason I'm doing this video is because my last video showed that I was not throwing away the stems that come with asparagus. You know, I ate the top part that isn't woody, and then I had these leftover stems, we always do. I showed those. And so I took a peeler and I peeled off the woody part and I kept the internal pulp. Okay, then I've been snacking on those. And here's my sack. I got those done. My sack, I've been snack. You know, you can eat these while you watch TV. They're very satisfying. It's tastier than a carrot to me. And I can eat them all day long. Okay, then I also took the peelings. I thought, no, I'm going to throw these peelings away because they're worthless. And then I thought to myself, no, wait a minute. Let's see what we can do with the peelings. Hello, just toss them out, people say. But listen, we got lots of time sitting at home. Let's have some fun. Okay, here they are, all dried and roasted with garlic and ginger and spices like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so I've done those two things. Now I have chopped up a bunch of things. I'm going to make I've already done this without this shirt or hat on. Kind of like to try and keep them look good. Because when I cook, I make a mess. I'm very good at making messes. But I do clean them up eventually. Anyway, now I'm going to show you what I've got ready right here. We're prepared. The Crazy Chef. Okay, here you go. Now, this is... Hopefully you can see all that. I've got extra virgin oil I'm putting in to cook everything. Got ginger right here. I've got ginger and garlic minced in there, right there next to the onions, is a couple of the stems from the asparagus that I stripped the other day, and I chopped them up. You know what those are, onions. And then this is the chopped up rind, or the what I peeled off the stems, and it's very tasty with lots of spices in it. And so I minced that up, getting it ready for my omelet. These are all, I'm not going to cook any of this, I want you to know. I'm going to mix it together. Okay, and I got some onions and some garlic. Then in order to make my omelet, I've got 3 eggs. It's going to be an enormous omelet. So I'm going to mix those up with a fork. I'm going to actually put a little bit of very cold water, tap water or refrigerator water from your fridge, you know, through the filter, if that's what you do. And I'm going to take these eggs. I'm going to mix them I'm just going to mix them up with that fork for quite a while. Here I am mixing up these eggs. Isn't that exciting? One of the most exciting things in my life is watching myself mix these eggs. But I haven't put any water in them yet. I'm going to go over to the sink here. You won't be able to watch me. But you might see part of my back of my head here for a second. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of cold tap water on. Now, you may not want to use tap water. That's okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will just go over to my fridge and get a little bit of the filtered water in there. Now, I don't put very much, very tiny, maybe a teaspoon. I don't measure stuff. I don't know, it's just like one thing I can cut out. It takes me forever to cook something. You know, sometimes it's taking me 3 hours to make one pizza. Anyhow, so people, I hear you. I got too much time on my hand, I know. Well, all of us got too much time on our hand right now because we're sitting in our house watching movies. And, you know, I think I've watched every stinking movie that was ever made. I'm having a hard time finding one that isn't one I've already seen. So, anyhow, I can watch them 5 or 6, 25, 35, or 1,000 times and still not remember what was going on if I wait a few weeks. But, you know, that's because I'm old. All right, now listen, I'm still beating on these eggs. I'm beating the living ding-dang out of these eggs. You know, and what I'm doing while I'm doing this is I'm lifting my fork up a little bit high, trying not to spill it, and I'm getting air in that. As much air as I can possibly get in a reasonable length of time, and I've been known to do this for a while. But today I'm going to shut it short. So I take this and I put it in my pan over here. Now I'm going to go over and get the pan. I'm going to show you the pan. It's probably not the kind of pan that I would prefer right now. I would rather have a pan that didn't have this Teflon on it. I'm going to get some, what are they, metal pans, not stainless steel, but those old-time pans, Griswolds, you know. I'm going to get a set of those anyhow to make my omelets eventually, because it's really better to cast iron. That's what they are. Better to use those. There's my plant. I've had that plant a long time. Anyway, so here I'm going to show you this. This pan's got some olive oil in it. Now, I put a lot of olive oil. Sometimes I put more than most people would want to. However, I just do. Anyhow, that's what I use. I don't use butter. I used to use butter when I make an omelet, but I quit doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that up. I'm gonna put it in the pan. I'm gonna put it on a very low heat to begin with. Okay, here I go, putting it on a very low heat. Now the front pan, I'm gonna put it down pretty low, just to get started. Now I usually use pretty low heat when I first start cooking an omelet, and I let it sit there for a while on a low heat. It doesn't do anything. Sometimes I go and do something else. Sometimes I forget about it. It's on a low heat. So eventually I remember that it's on the heat, and I go over and check it. And if it started to go, turn into change its form, the egg is a wonderful little thing we can play with all the time and do all kinds of weird things with it. And I love doing that because I'm loving this, doing what I'm doing. I love to cook. I just sing and dance when I cook. I won't do that for you today, but you never know. Sometimes I break into song without realizing it. And then people say I'm singing, please stop. But anyhow, okay, so I've got all these ingredients. I'm going to mix all those in a bowl that I showed you. The ginger, fresh ginger, not cooked. I chopped up a bunch of cloves of garlic, a lot of cloves of garlic. As I said in my previous video, garlic is something you can use. Oh, it was a humorous segment about garlic. You can watch that on my YouTube if you want to, Donald W. Russell. Please become a subscriber. That will help me a lot. I have a nonprofit corporation called the Spokane Outreach Center. And, YouTube does do a lot of philanthropic work. They do help nonprofit corporations. I'm a 501(c)(3) nonprofit corporation, and it's a bona fide corporation in Washington State, approved by the IRS. It's 501(c)(3), and it's been going on since 1996. I haven't really sought any notoriety or position or power. I did this because I felt that I ought to, for some reason, a long, long time ago when I was ministering at the jail as a chaplain. Anyway, the point is, what was the point? I get sidetracked. Doggone it, stop that. Anyway, the point is, I want to have you be a subscriber. There, my brain went back to what I was talking about. I would like you to be a subscriber, because YouTube will actually recognize me as a valid human being and a valid effort. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I am a long way from getting 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to my channel. You don't have to watch it, or you can just forget it after that. I don't care. If I can get 1,000 subscribers, YouTube will recognize me and let me be in a position where I can actually benefit the corporation with a little bit of income. We're not talking big time, because I'm a small time, but anyhow, even just a little bit of money to help me help others, to keep me floating, so that I can keep doing stuff and have a place to live, and cars and drive and clothes and all that stuff. That would be nice, Anyway, so I'm back to the omelet. So I'm going to go ahead and mix all this together, and I'm going to make the omelet. I don't really have anybody helping me because I'm all alone in my house. So I'm just going to end this video now with a Thanksgiving that somebody might be watching this other than me. I know I've got one woman who watches everything I do. Thank God for her. Her name is Arlene. And she likes me and thinks I'm funny, and I can hardly open my mouth without her laughing. In one of my videos, you can hear her laughing in the background. Anyway, I'm doing some comedic segments to kind of get us to laugh during this coronavirus. So if you want to watch that, that'd be nice. I got 10 minutes here. I know you're not going to last that long, so I'm going to say adios. I'm going to do a short segment later. Hopefully, it's hard for me to do anything short, but I'm going to try to do a short segment here in a few minutes. I'm going to cook this up, and after I've cooked it, before I eat it or while I'm eating it, I'm going to do a little bit of a video so you can see what it looks like when I get it all done. So you have a great day. God bless you. And use your asparagus properly. Don't give up on that asparagus. It's worth working on and using and not throwing away. It's got high nutrition. We don't want to throw away food that we can eat. Now, there's a way to make food worth eating. And that's what I'm dedicating myself to do right now, is to try and help everybody recognize that those peelings have a lot of benefit for you. And those parts of the plant that we tend to throw away are edible. And we need to stop that, because we need to stop being wasteful in our world today. In Jesus' name, I pray that you'll help me, and I will help you in doing that and becoming more responsible citizens as we examine ourselves during this time of isolation, separation, and our families will become important to us once again, and we'll get some rational thinking going. So be happy. I hope it made you laugh. I try to. I'm the craziest guy you might ever find anywhere near you. So don't get near me if you don't like crazy. I'll see you later. God bless you. Bye.